share screen. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so aloha mai kākou. Welcome to our ʻAʻA ʻŌLELO virtual Hawaiian language class. This is kala iwakalu kumaono o Yanuali, e poʻalua keia, and we're going to be continuing on with ʻŌPaʻa 15. But we have a special class today, and we'll do all of our formal introductions in a little bit. But yes, normal schedule like how we always do. If you can just if you could just put your name and your, you know what, we'll skip all that because we know each other already. Okay, here's our values, you know, like normal. And let's go with our chat, or with our chant, okay? So, eho mai, this is actually perfect because we're gonna be starting with our hula in a little bit. So again, this is a perfect oli to start any hula with, or any papa with. So please, again, have your kupuna with you while you do this chant and for the rest of the class. Okay, everyone sitting up, palikikua, makoko, e ho mai pa, e ho mai ka ike mai luna mai e, o nā mea huna no eo, o nā mele. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai e ho mai, ka ike mai luna mai e, o nā mea huna no eo, o nā mele. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai e ho mai, ka ike mai luna mai e, o nā mea huna no eo, o nā mele. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai e. Okay, mahalo. All right, so a little bit different. Class is going to be a little bit different today. We're going to be, I'm recording this class, but we're not going to post this. This is just for us. After we did the lesson and after I saw Kumukunoilani's video, her music video for ʻŌLELO, I wanted to just throw it out there and ask her if she'd be willing and able to come. So mahalo nui, Kumukunoilani, for joining us today. To teach ʻŌLELO, which is a mele written by Puakea Nogomeyer about the lay of monarchs. And I figured this would be a good ʻŌLELO noʻeau for us to go with for today's class and answer these questions at the bottom. But can you read this for me, please, Lena Ala?
ʻAʻa i ka hula, waiho ka hilahilla ma ka hale. Prepare to dance, leave your shyness at home.
Yes, and I'm sure you guys heard this before from, I don't know, at least once in your life, maybe. If not, this is where I got the ʻAʻa i ka ʻŌLELO. I kind of revamped it and made it my own. So we took it from this very important ʻŌLELO noʻeau, ʻAʻa i ka hula, waiho ka hilahilla ma ka hale. So in the chat, if you guys can answer, what does this ʻŌLELO noʻeau mean to you, and how can you see this ʻŌLELO noʻeau in your everyday life, or how can you use this in your everyday life? Okay. For me, again, it doesn't only deal with hula, it deals with all aspects of your culture. For me, it comes down to my ʻŌLELO. Like, I just gotta dare to speak ʻŌLELO every day and just make it happen. Not for me, but so that I can continue the language for the future generations and also remember my kupuna through my ʻŌLELO. But also through my music, it can be ʻaʻa i ka mele, or ʻaʻa i ke mele, ʻaʻa i nā loina, ʻaʻa i whatever you guys, ʻaʻa i ka lauhala. So much different uses for this ʻŌLELO noʻeau. Yeah, and I guess I use it every day because before, I mean, still I'm kind of shy, I'm kind of ashamed, I'm kind of hilahilla. but I'm trying to get myself more out there. And by doing these classes, meeting a whole bunch of new people on Zoom or from around the world, kind of getting me out of my shell more and more every day. So with you guys, I'm fine because you know we're family already. But you know, with other people, it's a little bit different. Yeah. So yeah, I see everyone's chats coming in, and Student Cousin Cappy is on board. Mary, can you turn on your camera? She doesn't even know how. Okay, it's okay. But okay, so I want to formally welcome and give my aloha to Kumukanoilani Chang Williams. And thank you for being here today with us. She's joining us from Nu'uanu? Yes, from your house in Nu'uanu. Yeah, if you can just start and give us a quick ko'olauna introduction of who you are, where you come from, and yeah.
Sure. So, aloha nui kākou o Kumu Kanoilani, Lauren Kanoilani, Chang Williams, ko'u inoa. Actually, no, Portland, Oregon mai au, ka noho au ma Hawaiʻi, ma Nuʻuanu I keia manawa, ma ka hale o ko'u mau makua. And what else to tell you? My kumu hula is Leimomi I Maldonado with Kahaliʻi o Kahala, and I danced for her for 20 years before I unikied with her in 2009. And I'm a graduate of University of Hawaii at Manoa with my bachelor's in Hawaiian language, and I teach music actually at my alma mater, Punahou School, and I've been there for a few years now. And so now I'm back on campus teaching half of the kids on campus and half of the kids at home. But even though I was a Hawaiian language major, I've always really enjoyed being a part of Kumukahanu's classes. And actually, it's been a great way to bridge Hawaiian language for my son, our son, Eames Kalaniakea, who we haven't quite found a rhythm in trying to teach Hawaiian language to our son. And so finding it on Instagram and with Kumukahanu has been a way that he's into. So I don't know if you folks have kids and they're like not really into learning anything you want to teach them, but he loves learning from Kumukahanu, not from us. But yeah, so yeah, we just dive into the hula or what? Oh, you're muted.
All right. Whole year on Zoom, and I still don't know how to use it. But I have the words up here. I guess so we actually invited Avaya to see if they could come, but they weren't able to make it. But I guess just a little bit more about this Oli. It was written by Pokia Nogomara about the 8 reigning Aliʻi. So we start off first with Kamehameha, goes all the way to Lili'u, and that is woven into a poetically woven into a lei that we can wear, a lei of our monarchy. So I didn't even hear about this mele until Kanoilani posted it on her music video. So I guess when did you hear this mele first?
Yeah, actually, I ran into this organization called Avayaulu through Facebook. Some of us, we feel guilty about being on Facebook all the time, but you can learn some really amazing things. Avayaulu is this group that put together some resources for teachers to use to teach their students about La Ku'oko'a and a couple of other big events in Hawaii. So they had put out a whole suite of resources, and this was one of them. And to teach your haumana about the different ali'i, they put out this mele that Puakea wrote a few years ago, and then they also put out a video that had the lyrics, and I believe it was Kavika Kahiapo singing it. So I was just so drawn to this mele when I heard it. I was going through all of the resources that they provided to Kumu to use in distance learning during COVID. And I was so drawn to this mele that I knew that I wanted to teach it to my hula students. So in this time of COVID, I've actually been teaching. We usually teach right here in my parents' home. but I teach on Facebook Live and on Zoom now. And so yeah, that's how I ran into this mele. I should have done the right thing and asked Puakia if I could teach it as a hula, but I figured they're putting it out as this resource for us to teach to our haumana, so that was kind of, I guess, permission enough to teach it. And Puakia has my number. He can call me if, if he wants to bash me for it.
Yeah, no, there was nothing but good comments from her and Auntie Kau'i said they were just, so the reason why I wanted to do the scavenger hunt was to do kind of an educational but fun thing for people to do rather than just be on their phone the whole time at home. You can go on a virtual field trip. And when I saw her take on this scavenger hunt, how she did the hula at each place, I was blown away. Like borderline kulukawai maka, tears coming. It just showed that our culture is living, and it's here and it's not going to go anywhere. And our important wahipana are still alive and people still know about it. So yeah, mahalo nui for just introducing me to this song. Thank you.
Yeah. No ukahau'oli, and really, yeah, we're just so lucky to have it. And Puakia, I hope you all know who Puakia Nogomeyer is, but if you don't, he is the genius behind so many mele that we sing today. I always think of Keli'i Raishel, like a ton of Keli'i Raishel mele are written by Puakia. So if you don't know who he is and you're learning Hawaiian language, then you better go back and learn, because, you should know.
Yeah. Hopefully one day we can get him on the class, but
yes.
Yeah. So you know what? All of the words are here. The translations are here as well. I don't think we need to go any deeper into those because we just gotta jump into an ʻAʻa i hula. So I'll leave everything up to you. The rest of the time is yours, Kubu. Mahalo nui.
Mahalo. Yeah, we just got finished teaching my Tuesday night class on Facebook Live. So that's why we have all this set up. We don't normally have all of this set up, but for my Facebook Live. So we actually will have lyrics on the screen. My husband, you can all give a shout out to Luke behind the camera. He's like my producer. So there will be lyrics on the screen. It just makes it easier, I think, to learn it. This is, of course, I taught it to my keiki, and so I taught it as a hula noho. Some of my students on Facebook have told me, oh yeah, I added feet to it, and I'm not the type of kumu that's like, how dare you, because it's not my mele. If you want to add feet to this, you want to teach it to your kids, you do whatever you like. It's not my mele, it's for you. So anyways, let's just jump right in. There's one verse for each of our mo'i that ruled over the pai'aina. So that means 8. And then there's a introduction verse and a ending. So there's a like a vehena and a panina, a opening and a closing. So there's 10 verses. So we gotta just jam. Okay.
Good.
Okay. So it starts off with the kahea, of course, to call out and announce what you're going to do. So for this one, you're just going to bring your hands straight in front of you with your pointer fingers touching. And my kumu always did thumbs overlapping, but whatever you were taught, that is what you should do, yeah? And straight out in front of you, straight in front of your chest, yep. And so you can repeat after me. You can stay on mute. I, hano, o Hawaii,
O Hawaii.
I kamalulani. Aliʻi. Yeah. And then our ki'ipa, or our vamp, the left hand is going to go across our chest, and your right hand is going to stretch out towards the angle and into your chest, and then out towards the angle and in toward your chest. Yep. I never studied with Auntie Mapu, but I've heard her do this. A hula for you, hula for me, a hula for you, and a hula for me. So not necessarily straight out to the side, but you're looking at the people and you're bringing them right into that hula with you. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. Ho'omakau, I, hano o Hawaii, kamalulani ali'i, pa. Then you're going to go hula for you, a hula for me, a hula for you, and a hula for me. That's it. And one of my kumu is Uncle Kimo Alama Keaulana. He always told us that the softness in the hands is for both the kane and the wahine. So guys, you don't have to be doing anything too different from what I'm doing, because I see we have some kane on here too. First, hano hano o Hawaii. You're gonna put your right hand across your chest and you're gonna look over your shoulder. So we're saying wondrous is Hawaii. Then you're gonna touch right in the center of your chest and you're gonna do a place motion to the left. That's it. This area of your chest is called the hopo, and that's where like all of your hopes and dreams versus your mana'o or your pu'uwai or your like your gut, your na'au, right? So the hopo is like where all of our dreams are. So when we're doing this, we're talking about, wow, Hawaii is so wonderful, and we have all these hopes and dreams for our Hawaii. Okay, so let's go to the right once again. Hano hano Hawaii. Then you're gonna take this top hand, the right hand, and touch right in the palm. So from the palm, you're gonna bring your hands across like this. And malu is like the calm or the protection, yeah? So under the protection of our ali'i, and then you're gonna kuno or nod your head. Yeah, so in Hawaiian, we don't do like a kowtow, bow down to the ground, but just that very slight kuno shows our respect for the ali'i. Okay, once again, right hand across your chest, hano hano, look to the right. Hano hano o Hawaii, I ka malu lani ali'i ia. Hula for you and a hula for me. Hula for you and a hula for me. By the way, I forgot to say I'm mirroring you. So when I say right, this should be hopefully your right hand. Yeah, okay. Just in case you're like, what is she doing? Yeah, I am mirroring you. Okay, let's try one more time first. Hano hano, ready? Wondrous is Hawaii. Hano hano o Hawaii, I ka malu lani ali'i ia. All right, so that's the setup. Now we dive into the first verse, and it says ku'i kahi kapai moku. So the whole chain of islands was brought together as one. So we're about to talk about Kamehameha the first, and we're going to do the number one, but this is not for Kamehameha the first. This is for the unity of our islands. So your right hand is going to cross your body, and you're going to draw it across. Ku'i kahi. Then you're going to drop it down, and you're going to make the island. You're going to just place your palms parallel to the ground and draw the left hand across. Kapae moku, the chain or the archipelago. Okay, right hand across. Here we go. And ku'i kahi kapae moku. Then you're going to bring your hands to cross and you're going to flip them really fast like this, like you're tying a knot. Yeah. So Kamehameha e Kahi, the first Kamehameha, Pae'ea, was known as the conqueror of the islands. And whenever my kumu would do kana'iau puni, she would always do this motion, like, I don't know, if I were in a battle, this is the only move I would know how to do because that's how she, yeah, it looks like, choo, choo. Okay, and so you're gonna cross, na'i'a, and Kamehameha, his name actually means the lonely one. So you're gonna bring your hands here and you're gonna look to the right, no more friends, and look to the left, no more friends over there. And hula to the right, hula for you and me. Let's do verse number 2, ku'i kahi, number 1. Ku'i kahi kapae moku na'i'a e kamehameha ia. First verse, hano hano, wondrous is Hawaii. Look to the right. Hano hano o Hawaii, I ka malu lani ali'i ia. Second verse, ku'i kahi, join together as one unity. Ku'i kahi kapae moku na'i'a e kamehameha ia. That's the second verse. Okay, I think no more time for questions. Y'all just go. Okay, just drama. Okay, so now we're moving on to verse number 3, which is gonna, you always have to minus 1 because verse 3 talks about Kamehameha Elua, the second Kamehameha. So we're gonna start with the Kamehameha motion, even though it's a different Kamehameha, but you're gonna come back to this motion. So you're gonna look right and left, no more friends for him too. And then you're gonna do the number 2. So now this number is designating that we're talking about Kamehameha the second, okay? it actually says his name. It doesn't say Kamehameha Elua, because that would be like too not boring. So it says his name, Okalani Kualiho, but you're thinking in your head, this is Kamehameha number 2. Okay, so put your hands here. Ready, look, right and left. Okalani Kualiho. And what he was famous for was he toppled the kapu system. So you're gonna make your 2 pulo'ulo'u, like those white sticks by the Mayday Queen, and then you're gonna open them up, okay? And I think you folks learned last week, right? The reason that he broke the kapu was because he ate with ka'ahu manu, right? Yeah? Okay. I'm just doing my homework, right? Okay. So yeah. So for that kapu system, we're just gonna do like this toppling motion. So roll, I guess it's right, left, right, and then the kapu, and then open the kapu, go eat. Okay. Forward and center. Let's try that first. Okalani kua liho liho. Meha meha motion. Okalani kua liho liho. Kahulihia. Na kapu ea. Try one more time. Okalani kua liho liho. Okalani kua liho liho. Kahulihia. Na kapu ea. That's it. Okay? Don't worry about how many. Just topple down and then break the kapu. Okay. Then we move on. Verse number 4, -1, is about Kamehameha the third. Always hard to say his name, Kauikeauli. And he was famous because he put the Constitution into place. He was the first Kamehameha to give up part of his power and bring in the Constitution, right? So for this one, Kila Kilo Kauikeauli, if you've ever seen that statue of Kauikeauli, he's kind of like going like this, you know, in Thomas Square. He looks like Captain Morgan or something, I don't know. But you're going to go from your center like this, and you're going to bring both hands out. So Kila Kila. Yeah, he's so majestic and grand, right? Then Kauikeaoli, since he's the third Kamehameha, now you get your number 3, and you're going to go across Kauikeaoli. So whenever we do the number, it's going to go from this side to the other side. And I do this 3. I don't know. I feel like this means something bad in another language. So we're going to do this kind of 3, okay? I don't know. Okay. So kila kila, go from your chest. Kila kila kauikeaoli. Okay. The next part says kau ke kumuvai. Kau means to place. So it's like you're casting a spell, but it's not a spell. It's a law called the Constitution, the kumu kanavai. And then you're going to flip it over, and it's like you're holding that book of law right in your hand. Yeah, like if this were a book. Okay. So that's that. Let me go through that a little bit more slow. Kila kila, go from your chest again. Kila kila, number 3. Kauikeaoli, he put the law of the land. Kau ke kumu kanavai kipa. Yeah, try that first one more time. Kila kila, majestic is Kauikeaoli. Look down to yourself. Kila kila Kauikeaoli. Kau ke kumu kanavai. Yeah. Very good. Okay, so that was verse 3 and 4. All right, we're gonna keep jamming along. Verse number 5. Now take away, after verse number 5, take away 1. We're going to be talking about Kamehameha the 4th, and this one was the one where we went to Iolani school. So Ihi o Iolani, he is like revered. So you're going to take your hands, right hand is over the left hand, and you're going to come to this area right here. This is called your poli. Yeah, when you say maku poli mai oe, you're in my poli. The poli is this bosom area that is very special. So when you hear that ihi ihi, you're going to kind of be in this special cherished area right here. Okay, so right hand is up, left over here. You're going to wave at your shoulder, this side, and then this side. Then we're not going to do a number 4 for this one. His name is Iolani, which means heavenly hawk. And how can you pass up making a heavenly hawk motion in hula? So you're going to bring your hands up to the heavens, kind of point your fingers together, just like we did at the beginning. And then you're going to hands down like bird, caw. Okay, and then you have a little wave at the end. Sorry, this is just me. Sorry. Okay,
I love it.
so then. Okay, so ihi at your shoulders. Ready, go. Ihi o Iolani. Yeah, and Iolani, his wife, of course, is my favorite Aliʻi, Queen Emma, and between the two of them, they were so concerned with the well-being of the Hawaiian people. So they started schools and hospitals and all the things, right? So from right here, you're gonna bring your hands right over left, right in front of your chest. And I can't really do it because I have this Madonna mic on, but you're gonna breathe the breath of life. You're gonna go, you say the word ha into your hands, and then flip your palms down, and then you're gonna kanaka, you're gonna look to the people on the right and the people on the left. Okay, so they were the kahuola. He was the kahuola, the guardian of the health of all the people, looking right and looking left. Okay, let's try ihi over your shoulder. Look to the right. Here we go. Ihi o Iolani kahuola o kanaka ia. Try that verse one more time. Ihi o Iolani. Look over the shoulder right. Ihi o Iolani kahuola o kanaka ia. That's it. Good. Okay. Now, verse number 6 talks about Kamehameha V, who was Lot Kapuaiwa, and he was very concerned with preserving the way of life of the Hawaiian people. That's why we have the Prince Lot Hula competition that preserves hula and culture and arts and all of those kinds of things. So when we're talking about Lot Kapuaiwa, what does the verse say? Kaui kahano, yeah, kaui kahano. My kumu always did this motion for hano hano. So we're going to take that motion. We're going to go right and left. So just like the first motion, but to make it slightly different than the very first motion, we're going to go right and left. Kaui kahano literally means like placed on high or lifted up, celebrated. But we're going to just look over the shoulder, right and left. And he was Kamehameha V. So guess what? Show the number 5. Okay, so that's Kaui kahano. Ready? Look over right. Here we go. Kaui kahano o kapuaiwa. Okay, then pulamaia kanohona. You're going to take your hands like this and you're going to wave like this. I always tell my kids like you have a chinchilla in your hand and ooh, so soft. I want to keep it. Okay, so pulamaia. Then you're going to cross the hands. Ka nohona, the way of life. Now, noho means to sit or live. Nohona is the way of sitting or living. Ka nohona. That way of life was preserved. So you're going to keep it. So nice. Ka nohona. Okay, try for the ki'ipa. Yeah, here we go. Kaui kahano, look right and left. Kaui kahano o kapuaiwa. Pulamahia kanona ia. Try one more time. Kaui kahano, look right and left. Here's number 5. Kaui kahano o kapuaiwa. Pulamahia kanona ia. Let's go back to number 4. Ihi o Iolani to your shoulders. Go. Ihi o Iolani kahuola o kanaka ia. One more time. Ihi. That's for me. I mess up. Ihi. Ready. Go. Ihi o Iolani kahuola o kanaka ia. Go back forward to number 5 now. Kaui kahano, look right and left. And kaui kahano o kapuaiwa pula mahia, ka noho na ia. Okay, now we're done with the kamehameha. Now, so you want to pause?
So we do maybe since we're right at 5, I guess, or verse 6.
Yes.
Can we do it from the beginning too now, and then we can move on a little bit? Would you mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go. So it's 6 verses, yeah, from
Yeah.
Hano Hano, and then all of the verses after that.
Okay? Also, can we get a round of applause for our slides? Like, they're beautiful.
I know. I have the best husband, and he can read my minds, thankfully, because I'm just going and he's following. So
yeah,
A+. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. I'm sorry that I don't have the kahea on there, but it's actually just I, and then you say the first verse. Yeah, you see that? Okay. Ho'oma kākou, I, hano hano o Hawaii kamalu lani ali'i. Pa, and actually on the verse there's a vamp where you don't do nothing and then you actually pa. Yeah, here we go. Hano hano, look to the right only. Hano hano o Hawaii I kamalu lani ali'i ea. Ku'ikahi, join all together. Ku'ikahi ka pae moku na ia e kamehameha ia. O ka lani kua liho liho mehameha motion. O ka lani kua liho liho ka hulihia. Na ka pu ea. Kila kila o kaui keoli from yourself and out. Kila kila. Oh wait, did I skip one? No, just joking. Kila kila kaui keoli. Kau ke kumu kana vai ea. Ihi ihi. Here we go, shoulders. Ihi ihi o iolani ka huola o kanaka ia. Kaui ka hano. Kaui ka hano o ka puaiwa pula mahia ka noho na ia. And that's it. If I were gonna do this again, I probably would do it 2 times each verse because hula dancers hate when you only get one chance and then move on. But it's 10 verses long, so you want to die if you do it 10 times too. So anyways, up to you. If you want to teach this to your kids and have them dance it 2 times each verse, then that's all you have to do in one class is one song. That's the whole class. Okay, is that okay? Move on. Okay, so that was 5, and we only have 3 more ali'i after that, sadly. That's actually a sad thing, right? Because after Kamehameha Elima, then when he passed away, he didn't name an heir apparent, and so then there was an election, although everybody knew that ʻLELO was going to win because he was so popular. Okay, so then we get on to ʻLELO. How does that verse start? O leina moku, yeah? Yeah? Okay, so leina moku ika ohohia, ike ohohia rather, just talks about just how the islands were all sort of united in this lei, right? So for this motion, we don't do this kind of lei. I only chose not to because this is kind of more of a kahiko-ish choreography. So in more ancient hula, you don't put your hands over your head like this because you would never do that to an ali'i, like you would be killed. So you're gonna put your lei on the side of your ears like this. So you kind of open up the lei and then you kind of lean to the right, and then you're gonna bring your hands down like this. So you follow the lei, but you don't put it over your head, if that makes sense to you, just because it would not be pono. Okay, so you're gonna look to the right and put on your lei. Leina moku ike ohohia. Then your left hand is gonna become like the ballot box. You're gonna pick up your ballot and you're gonna say, yes, I want ʻLELO. And then you kuno your head. Okay, so that's your ballot. Koho'ia, chosen was, in Hawaiian we say kohopalota. That's like when you vote. So you're gonna choose, and then you're gonna point your hand like at the beginning, and then kuno right in the center for luna lilo. Okay. All right, let's try Leina Moku. Ready? Break your le and go. Leina Moku ike o hiia ko ia o luna lilo ia. Try one more time. Leina Moku. Ready? And lean right and go. Leina Moku ike o hiia ko ia o luna lilo ea. That's our first elected king, Luna Lilo. Then our second elected king is Kalakaua, maybe not as well liked, but he did some great things, so let's give him a verse. Ku'i kalono punikeo, his fame was known around the world, right? He was the one that went traveling all around the world too. So your left hand is gonna go to your ear, and your right hand is gonna hear the news. You're gonna push to the right and then switch and push to the left. Yeah, so the news reached all over the world. So you're gonna go to the left ear. Ready, go. Ku'ikalo no punikeo. And then you're gonna do a basic kind of hula motion, except instead of straight to the side, just like where we're doing our vamp, you're gonna wave to this side and you're gonna wave to this side. Just if you know really basic hulas like kavika and kalakaua, the motions for him is pretty like boring. It's just like oh kalakaua hey no kavika hey. That's just the motion that we do for him. Very boring. So you look to the side. His name is David. So what else? Okay. O kalakaua kaonohi. You're gonna bring your hands to the side and then you go up above like this. Now we're not doing mauna kea kukia I mauna for that. Onohi is the eyeball, and I know it's weird that we talk about eyeball, but the eyeball of the sun is like a saying, ka'onohi o kala. And think of it more in the English sense of like he was the crown jewel. He's like the choice. He's the number one. So after you do David, and then you go up and the eyeball of the sun. Okay, so then your hands go up. Very good. And make sure you tilt your chins up. All the chins, tilt them up. Okay, so here we go. Ku'ikalono, the news goes around the world. Ready, go. Ku'ikalono punikea o kalakaua ka onohi. Try that one again. Ku'ikalono goes by your ear and out. And ku'ikalono punikea o kalakaua ka onohi ia. Let's try Leina Moku. Put on your lei. First chosen king. Leina Moku ike ohohi ia ko ia o luna lilo ia. Ku'ikalona, the news is heard. Ku'ikalono punikea o kalakaua ka onohi ia. And then everybody's favorite is next. Oh, not everybody's, but a lot of people's favorite is dun 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 dun. Dun. Pauku Ava is gonna be Lili'uokalani. We're gonna take the motion from her name chant that every kid learns is Lili'ue no Honanimai. So you're gonna do this one is gonna be like a hula motion all the way out to the side. Left hand is at your chest, right hand is out. This is the one your legs burning from uehe, right? Lili'ue no Honanimai kokinoe ki'imilimi. That's the one. You're having flashbacks. Right hand is gonna go out, and then you're just gonna come to that no Honanimai. So you put it to your left side of your chin or your left chin if you have multiple. Okay. So left hand is at your chest, right hand sweeps around. Oli'ili o kalani. And you can kind of look off to the side. Yeah. Of course, this is for our queen. That was our final reigning monarch, Lili'uokalani. Then, le papahi o kalahui. Oli'ili o kalani. You're gonna put there lei papahi, and then o kalahui. She was the lei of the whole nation. Yeah, of all of our people, you're gonna give it out this way. Okay, so le olili'u, ready, go. Olili'u o ka, oh sorry, wrong side. O kalani le papai o kalahu. Is that what I did on the video? I don't even remember. Go watch the video. In case I changed it, then just do whatever I did on the video instead, okay? Try olili o kalani. Left hand is across your chest. Ready, set, here we go. Olili o kalani le papai o kalahui ia. That's it. Okay? And then only one more verse. This is the hula dancer's favorite verse because it means you can take a break afterwards. Ha'ina mai kapuana means I told you the story once and I'm going to tell you it again over and over until it makes sense to you. These are the mo'i of Hawaii. So ha'ina mai kapuana, na mo'i o Hawaii. You're going to give your hands from the mouth out to the right side. Ha'ina. Nice. And then to the left. Mai kapuana. Then your left hand comes to your chest and your right hand is going to just go across. Like you're kind of laying out all of the mo'i in front of you, and then you're going to kuno one more time in respect, out of respect for our mo'i. Okay, and then ki'ipa. Yeah, I believe we get ha'ina 2 times on the recording. Hallelujah. Go. Ha'ina mai kapuana na mo'i o Hawaii. Yeah. Try one more time. Ha'ina, the story is told from the mouth to the right. Here we go. Ha'ina mai kapuana na mo'i o Hawaii. Yeah. And then at the very end, you go back to the beginning, just like the beginning. Hei noa no kalei mo'i. Tap, tap. And we're po. I know it's a lot, but yay! That was a lot.
No, yeah, that was a lot. I mean, but we did it. So thank you.
We did it.
Let's see if we remember the whole thing now.
Well, there's always the video that you can go back and review, and it's not too hard, especially for you folks that are studying Hawaiian language. If you understand the ʻŌLELO behind it, then it's not hard at all. Did you want to try it all the way?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Can we do it?
Oh, we'll give it a try.
Yeah, we'll give it a try.
We'll give it a try. I might ask, can you do music?
Do I need to share something?
Oh, can I share?
Yeah, I'll turn that on.
Okay.
Okay, try to check.
Because if I don't have to chant and dance and remember the thing, then I'll do it better.
Okay.
So I can play the recording. Okay. Yeah, go do music and sound.
Okay.
Good job, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should run lyrics. Yeah, does it help to have the lyrics on the screen? Yeah, it helps me. Okay.
You gotta teach me how to do that after.
Okay.
How to put the lyrics in the video at the
Of course. Okay. Oh no. Can I see it too? Sorry, we didn't set this up ahead of time. Yeah. Try make them big, like real big. Yeah. No. Okay, I'm gonna actually sit hula style because my kumu would be like, "What are you doing? Crisscross applesauce." Okay.
We're in a married monarch, y'all. Okay, so
Here we go. Yeah.
I hano o Hawaii ka malulani aliʻi. Pa.
Wait. You cannot see. Wait. Pause. Wait. You're muted.
that was me.
Okay. Okay. Ready? Pause. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Okay, go. I think he said. Go.
Ai, hano hano o Hawaii ka malulani aliʻi. Pa.
Ki'ipa. Hano hano.
Hano hano. Hano hano o Hawaii I ka malulani aliʻi e ʻAʻA.
Join together as one.
Kuʻikahi. Kuʻikahi ka pai moku na ia e kamehameha e ʻAʻA. O kalani kua liho liho. O kalani kua liho liho ka hulihia na kapu e ʻAʻA. Kila kila.
Kaui keauli.
Kila kila kaui ke aui kau ke kumu kana vai e ʻAʻA. Ihi ihi. Ihi ihi o iolani ka muola o kanaka e ʻAʻA. Kaui ka hano. Kaui ka hano o ka puaiwa pula mahia ka nohona e ʻAʻA. Leina moku. Leina moku I ke ohohia koho ia o luna lilo e ʻAʻA.
Ku'ikalono around the world.
Ku'ikalono puni ke ao o kalakaua ka onohi e ʻAʻA. O liliʻu o kalani. O liliʻu o kalani lei papahi o kalahui e ʻAʻA. Haʻina. Haʻina mai ka puana na moʻi o Hawaii e ʻAʻA. Haʻina. Haʻina mai ka puana na moʻi o Hawaii e ʻAʻA. Hei noa no ka lei moʻi.
Yay! Fabulous!
Kamehameha.
Oh, stop. Hanaho, just kidding.
Oh, mahalo. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yay!
Anyone have any questions that they wanted to ask Kumukunoilani about the mele, about her halal? Are you accepting student new haumana?
Yeah. Actually, my Facebook Live is just open to whoever. Ever since COVID, we've just been doing not the stuff that's passed down from generations of my kumu, but I've just been choreographing new stuff, any kind. And yeah, anybody can watch. It's just public on Facebook. So.
Oh, awesome! There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that up. So there's her Instagram, her Facebook, and then YouTube. Oh, coming soon. Awesome.
Mahalo.
But yeah, anyone else had any questions or comments? If you guys can just all write mahalo in the chat too, that would be awesome.
Mahalo for letting me be a part.
No, mahalo for saying yes. Like I just had the idea because normally we would just do another unit. So I think I'm all mixed up with my units now because I did another Aliʻi Wahine unit. But we gotta focus on the eights and then mostly Kane. We gotta do the Wahine too because behind every man is a strong, independent warrior woman. So there you go.
There you go. All the women independent. That's the one.
But yeah, just mahalo. And if you guys know Oli Mahalo, I'm just gonna share my aloha with you if you guys can chant it with me too. So Uhola ia ka makalo ala. Uai ke alohala. Ukai ia ka hala. Mawehi mai nā lehua. Mai ka hoʻoku ia ka hala waiho. Mahalo e nā kua. Mahalo e nā waiho. Mahalo me ke aloha. Mahalo me ke aloha. Mahalo. Thank you so much.
Mahalo. No ʻukahoʻoli. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
That's so awesome. So, this just gives me more inspiration. Maybe in the future we can invite more guest speakers about, talking about hula or other workshops. That's why one thing we gained from COVID is the lessons to adapt, and also this connection between all of us. We have, if you didn't know, Emilia, she's from Florida. Pamela, she's from Mexico. Akiko is from Japan. We have some Ohana in the continent as well. So this just brings us all together. Genesis is also from Mexico. Don is from Waiʻanae, the farthest one ever. So
it's a different time zone over there.
Yeah, totally. But, yeah, I just mahalo you for everything. And I want to add another request. Could you possibly dance us a hula, like besides this one? And I can make
sure. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I would love that.
Awesome. What are you thinking?
What's that?
What song?
Maybe just ʻAʻa or is that Hikino?
ʻAʻA. You talk about aloha in the lesson. So if you want to do aloha, but up to you. Yeah.
Or we can do. Whatever.
Yeah, because that's about Luna Lilo, yeah? No.
Yeah.
Okay. So what verses, just to make sure before we start?
ʻAʻole.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm kind of blanking. ʻAʻole.
Anu.
Anu. And then.
I'o? No.
I'o.
I'o
No, he's the end. Yeah.
Anu, I'o, and then haina or ekilohi.
Ekilohi sounds great. We'll do a little bit up tempo because everyone going more already.
Oh yeah, and Carly and Haley are in Washington. I forgot about them. And Carrie's in California. Let me make your video spotlight. Okay.
ʻAʻole. ʻAʻole. Anu. I'o ʻianeʻi. lohi. Eki lohi.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. Oh, it's been too long since I danced with live music. Even on Zoom, this is getting me all, whew. Mahalo.
Oh yeah, this last time we had a kanikapila, and Auntie Helene Yoon joined us, and she's Miss ʻŌLELO Hula. We called her 2019 Miss ʻŌLELO Hula, but she did hula. Kapua did a hula. It's awesome. We love doing this kind of stuff. So thank you again. I just had when we're doing the hula, I was thinking what our halau name would be. It would be hula halau. Oh, I want a refund. So. When we go to Monarch, that's what will be called. We're right at 7:30. I just had a few more ending announcements. The normal ones for everyone. So again, if you want to come look at the music video, it's all here on the slides. So thank you again for allowing us to share this with our class. And then okay, I guess we want to watch it. No, kidding. We have a ha'awina for Nali Iwahine. So it's pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna do an actual video about it since we didn't get to focus on the Google Slides. I'll go over it in a video and I'll post that later on. But if you guys can do the ha'awina, that'll be my ka'i. Next week we'll get back into the groove of our normal. I'm not saying this isn't normal, but our normal ʻŌPaʻa units. Okay. And then we still have these going on, these shirts, until I think January 31st. So we'll stop the pre-sale. But yeah, if you want to check those out. And then yeah, next class, same as normal, February 2nd. So yeah, I think this is really my ka'i. Again, mahalo nui loa for joining us, Kumukanoi. Yeah, thank you. That was good. I had a really good time. Did you have anything to close with? Any closing words, Kumu?
Oh, no, none at all. Thank you, folks.
Okay. Thank you. But yeah, we'll see you guys. I'm going to stop recording because let's stop.